The man caught his billionaire CEO wife cheating during their marriage. In a fit of anger, he changed his name and walked away without looking back. When his wife returned home from her honeymoon with her lover, she found that her husband was already gone. He had even left her a note. It said he already knew about her betrayal, but he chose to leave. He hoped she would never bother him again. The wife, in disbelief, called him, but the call never went through. She panicked instantly. Although she had betrayed her husband, the one she loved the most was still him. She couldn't believe her husband could abandon her just like that. Realizing that he must have run away from home without any money, she immediately transferred money to his bank card. The next second, the bank called her. They told her the transaction had failed. The reason was that her husband's bank card had been canceled just yesterday. Only then did she realize that yesterday, while she was with her lover, her husband had called to ask something, but she didn't notice anything unusual about him. Then she went to the yard. She saw their photos and all his documents burned by him. She knew her husband wasn't joking with her. He had made up his mind to leave her. Even the websites he often used had their accounts deleted. She wanted to restore the data through the websites to find clues about his departure, but the customer service refused her request. They said only the account owner could do that. The woman had no choice but to give up. She thought back to the night before he left, when he said he had a gift for her. She hurried to open that box. It turned out to be just a lump of silver. Touching the ring on her finger, she realized it was their wedding ring. In order to cut ties with her, he had even melted down the wedding ring she made for him and returned it to her. The woman refused to give up, and to find her husband, she went straight to the police station to report him missing, saying he might have taken his own life. The police accepted the case on the spot and said they would inform her if there was any news. Then she got a call from a lawyer entrusted by her husband. He said there was something they needed to discuss in person. Hearing that there was news about her husband, she rushed over immediately, but she only saw the lawyer alone. She asked where her husband was and told him to come out and talk. The lawyer said he was only entrusted by his client to handle a divorce. He then directly pulled out the divorce papers for her to sign. The woman refused. She said she had only made a mistake that every woman in the world would make, and she had already repented. Why couldn't she be forgiven? The lawyer said his client had said he would never meet her again. If she didn't agree to the divorce, there would be a divorce lawsuit in the end. The woman said that if the lawyer could tell her where her husband was, she would give him a large sum of money, but the lawyer refused. He said he didn't even know the client's address. The woman said there was no need to talk then. As long as she didn't agree to the divorce, her husband would surely change his mind and come back to reconcile. At that moment, the